are a smart and ambitious woman who have standard for yourself and your date. You have invested in appearance, your environment, your activities, your careers. Those things are costly, and your time is valuable. You do not want to waste all these investments and your energy on the pretenders for months. So how to tell if he is real rich in the early stage? What most people are often drawn to are what he wears or uses. Doing that can lead you nowhere because people can easily fake appearances. For instance, he might wear fake luxury brands, and you wouldn't even notice. Men like to pretend to be someone better than they are to satisfy their ego or make you hooked. So you need to develop a sharper eye to spot this. Judging people superficially doesn't work well. Today I will tell you 3 things he could hardly fake. First, one's daily spending habits can hardly lie. Dining particularly reflects one's daily spending habits. Everyone should remember this. If someone is willing to go out for a meal with someone they aren't particularly interested in and still chooses a place where the average cost is over $100 per person, it indicates that they have a high level of spending habit. On the other hand, being stingy usually starts with meals. A lot of stingy men prefer to take you to cheap places, like fast food or street food. It's not that we can't eat at those places, but if every outing is to a cheap place, then you may consider changing a boyfriend. Women often put effort on makeup and outfit. It's not just about the money, but also the time and energy you invest, right? From the start, you need to set the rules and expectations, making it clear that he can either accept or decline, but there's no middle ground. If he tries to push back or negotiate over something as basic as paying for a meal, "I'll cover the bill, but that'll be the last time. I'll pay," and then immediately cut him off. It's about setting boundaries. If they don't align with your values, then it's time to move on. Now imagine sitting in a smelly, unappealing place with no atmosphere. You can be sure that the guy in front of you likely hasn't thought about investing too much in this relationship. The meal he chooses is setting a standard from the beginning, and if he's not willing to make that effort, he's not aiming to raise the bar for the relationship either. Because dining is one of the most routine aspects of life, it reveals a lot. Second, through their knowledge and insights. Their experiences, the places they've been, the books they've read, the values instilled by their upbringing, these are things that can't be easily faked. A person raised in a wealthy, well-established family will display a different level of understanding and perspective on life. Observing their attitude toward life, how they deal with people, and their understanding of the world. For example, if someone's family frequently travels to Europe for summer, they've likely had different life experiences compared to someone who hasn't. These things are learned over time, and you can tell if someone's been exposed to a lot of the world. Third, a true wealth is always straightforward and honest. This is a great way to judge whether a person is worth you betting your youth on. Such a person must be open and transparent. He shows whoever as he is. If he's older, he tells you he's older than you. If he has sons, grandsons, or even 8 mistresses, he'll tell you. This type of person is ready. He's prepared to face whatever conditions you might set. That's why he will clearly lay everything he provides for you. He makes things clear so you can't accuse him of lying to you later. A real wealth who owns big business and has a reputation doesn't want people to gossip about him being cheap with a woman. He finds it unnecessary. But if a woman comes off as secretive, hiding things, and lying about this and that, it's because they don't want to invest in you. They just want to play the game and move on. You need to pay attention to a man who lies about his age. I once knew a man who was born in the 70s but told everyone he was born in the 80s. This was years ago. That man would always give women the same sob story about having a big business with no heir and desperately wanting his own child. Every woman he met heard the same lie. Some women fell for it, foolishly. They even had children with him, but he never married them. Even when these women's parents confronted him, he still wouldn't marry her. After the child was born, what did he do? He gave a tiny amount of child support and traveled the world alone, leaving the woman and child behind. He probably didn't even consider them his family member. He would say all sorts of sweet things, promising the world to these women, convincing women 20 years younger to be with him. But eventually they realized he had done this to several other women before. He would use them to have children, then leave them struggling at home while he enjoyed life, spending little on women and living lavishly himself. He is truly a scumbag. Download our ebook, Identify the Real Rich. It gives you more than 100 ways and details you may never notice about. While you are identifying a man's background, he is trying to figure you out as well. Your personality is key. A positive, open personality can often compensate for average looks or background. Many women, due to their materialistic tendencies, give off an air of neediness, which can make people assume their family background isn't great, even if that's not true. Wealthy men, in particular, don't want to feel like they're being taken advantage of. If you want to make a good impression on a well-off man, you need to exude a sense of ease regarding material things. If a man senses you're too focused on wealth, he may assume you're coming from a place of need, which could be a turn-off. You need to make him feel like you're not focused on his money, and that you're genuinely interested in him.